Most people think of get-rich-quick schemes. If you are one of those who think to become rich quick, this video isn't for you. But, if you want to become rich for sure in the long term, please continue watching further. I would also like to remind you, there's an exciting simple contest in this video, where you can win Amazon gift card. Let's get started. I was really bad with money when I was young, but now I've discovered that when it comes to building personal wealth, sometimes the best approaches are the easy practices, that end up paying off big in the end, when properly executed. The problem, of course, is that financial responsibility isn't always easy, when bills pile up and you feel like you don't have the saving power. Yet, part of building wealth is learning to control your spending habits, so you still work in the positive, rather than racking up debt. If creating true wealth for yourself is something you're interested in, these 10 steps will be your framework for developing healthy financial behaviors that will get you closer to your target. To become rich, you need to think like rich. As Robert Kiyosaki said, the only difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they use their time. Let's see the 10 steps everyone must take to get rich. Number 1. Never work at a loss. The easiest approach to creating wealth that people are struggling with is to spend less than they do. It may sound crazy, but it's the truth. Many people spend more than they do, and make a difference on credit cards. We think they're going to make more in the future, and that they're all going to make it, even out of themselves, when in fact, the more they're going to spend, the more we start making more money. Avoid this if you want to become rich. Let's move on to the next step. Number 2. Please put a tax on yourself. If the government unexpectedly increased taxes and required you to spend an additional $100 a month, you'd find a way to afford it. You'd have to. But when it comes to saving money, people are continually finding ways to rationalize their failure to sock $100 a month. Set up an automated money transfer, so that, as soon as you collect your paycheck, a small part of it will go to your savings account automatically. You should pretend it doesn't even exist. And a couple of years from now, you're going to remind yourself. Number 3. Build your side hustle. The most popular businessmen in the world have side hustle and bustle. According to Warren Buffett, the average millionaire has 7 sources of revenue. Getting through income sources is just part of the process. The easiest way to develop a side hustle is to investigate your own abilities and add skills every day to make yourself confident to start a side hustle. The best thing you can do is find out what you can do, or sell people that bring true value. Number 4. Employ the 50-30-20 rules. Many finance analysts recommend that 20% of your overall income should be spent on what you want, like clothes, fun meals, etc. 30% of your money should be spent on necessities, such as rent, car loans, food, etc., and the remaining 50% should be invested. Particularly when you're young, you're more likely to be about 70-20-10, living off 70% of your money, spending 20%, and saving 10%. However, you will have to figure out how to cut down unnecessary expenses, such as parties, smoking, drinking, etc. Yet your target will be to work towards implementing the 50-30-20 rule. Number 5. Surround yourself with individuals who are financially responsible. A perfect way to learn about the art of finance is to consider a family mate who will mentor you in the process, someone who has accomplished their own financial success. If you demonstrate a strong interest in learning how to create the same thing for yourself, it is possible that everyone would be able to help. The desire to know is moving a long way. Nothing gives rise to financial prosperity like hanging around with those who have already done it. That includes seeking someone older than you to benefit from, and also making sure that your circle of friends is made up of people who have common financial ambitions. It can be difficult to stick to financial standards when you share time with casual spenders. Hang on, we still got 5 more steps to get rich for sure. Before that, as I mentioned earlier about the contest, here it is. The winner of the contest is selected from the comment section below, who writes a meaningful summary of the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Number 6. Don't play on the stock exchange. Don't want to time the stock exchange, because your day job is a broker. Don't presume that you're better than the stock market. Don't presume you know which stocks are going to do better, and which stocks are going to do poorly. Assuming that you would easily do what other people do in their whole life is arrogant and thoughtless. It's gamble, at best. Rather, spend a part of the capital that you're able to risk in businesses that you want and intend to hang on to for years to come. It's safer if you make these investments with a financial planner, and much easier if you buy these long-term shares from your IRA portfolio. This way, your earnings stay tax-free. Number 7. Enable your IRA account, aka individual retirement account. One of the smartest things a young adult can do is open an IRA account, which can be used as a main or secondary savings account. The goal here, though, is that money will not be reached until much later in life. When you withdraw from it, before the age of 65, you will be penalized. The advantage, however, is that the money in an IRA account will expand tax-free, which for 3 to 4 decades has ended up being a lot of money. Number 8. Always pay off your credit cards right now. No matter how ambitious you are, it is reckless to leverage your credit cards, without sufficient income sources, to pay them back in a timely manner. You just want to make financial choices, based on what you're doing at the moment, not what you think you're going to do. Wait until you have the money in your door, until you can reinvest or spend it. Otherwise, you're likely to catch yourself swimming in interest charges. Number 9. Set financial targets at the beginning of each quarter and year. You seem to be more careful with your money when you're making a goal. It is when you don't have a target that spontaneous decisions are much easier to rationalize. Set a major goal for yourself at the beginning of each year, and then split that target down into 3-month intervals, so you can review your progress as you go along. Those smaller targets are what makes the bigger one seems to be more realistic, and give you a sense of whether you're on the right track along the way. Number 10. Make decision over the year, not the month. While keeping an eye on how you're doing, month by month is important, measuring progress over longer stretches of time is much more critical. A year is a clear guide to the accounting habits. Some months will not be perfect, some may be wonderful. But what is crucial is that you saved at least 30% of your income at the end of the year. Otherwise, if nothing is saved, how do you allow yourself to create real wealth? So, now you know how to be rich. Have patience, there's nothing like get rich quick. Becoming rich is a long-term strategy. Follow these steps, and I hope it helps. As Dave Ramsey said, you can't work 3 hours a week and make $100,000. Get rich quick doesn't work. Crock-pot mentality always defeats microwave mentality. That's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and click on the bell icon, to never miss our latest videos. Comment below, if you find few other steps, everyone should follow to become rich. Thank you for watching.